Welcome to your first course with Dinka and the Academy. This is an introductory course designed to introduce our organization to you and give you a brief overview of the work we're doing and what's available to you on our platform. Our agenda for the day is as follows. I'll briefly introduce myself to all of you. Next, I'll go over the learning goals that I have in place for this course. I'll talk about where we are in the education space with respect to autism. We'll look at data regarding autism, and I'll talk a bit about the Academy, which is the online platform we've designed for you to complement the information we have on the website. And lastly, we'll take a look at where we want to be regarding SPED and autism. So in other words, what does the research show and what do parents want for their children? I don't have any disclosures to share with all of you for this presentation. This is an introductory course, so our focus will be on the foundation and also on the Academy. So I'd like to just briefly share my background in education with all of you. As you can see, my first love is history, specifically African American studies. And I hold a master's in SPED as well as a master's in education focusing on educational leadership. So I'm blessed to create content for children and adults that cover both of those topics. So here are our norms for this learning experience. Although you're taking this course at your own pace in this one-on-one format, I assume that everyone is a work in progress. So were you to send me questions or comments via email, I will respond to you carefully and thoughtfully because you might not have a background in education, and that's okay. We're all in this space to learn, and I'm so glad you're here with me. I want you to know that our discussions on this platform are confidential to the group. I want you to celebrate risk-taking because that's how we learn. Someone has to be willing to take the risk. I want you to enjoy this learning space and nurture and support one another. And lastly, share with us your perspectives and what you'd like to see happen in the SPED and autism space. So now just moving forward a bit, I'll talk about why content-specific courses surrounding autism are important for the autism community. So let's look at our learning goals for this course. I'm going to talk about our foundation and the resources offered on Dinka. I'll talk about the Academy, which again is the online platform I've designed for you to complement all of the information we have available on the website. And then I'll review our workshop, webinar, and masterclass schedule. So now moving forward a bit, that's bringing us to this quote. And I just want you to take a few seconds and read this quote and think about why this statement is important. Is this statement important? Do you agree? Do you disagree? So I'll give you a few moments to just read over that. So you've had a moment to think about this quote, and I want you to keep this in mind as you move through each lesson. Thank you for joining me today in this virtual space and taking time out of your day to be here in community with me.